And welcome back to the channel. And today we are talking about the mystery knit along. I just want to check that my PC is running smoothly. And try to make sure that everything is closed that should be closed, to use minimal, what you call it, data. Here we go. I think we are sorted. How does it look on your side? How is everyone doing? And let me know if you are participating in the mystery knit along of Stephen West. So I see it's very unsmooth, not smooth. It would seem that we are not very smooth currently. Are we not smooth? Are we smooth? What's happening? Okay, I think we're okay. Stephanie looks great, sis. Okay, awesomeness. That's good. Thank you for letting me know, Stephanie. All right, how are you all doing? So obviously, it's my 5th time participating in Stephen West annual mystery knit along, which I absolutely love. I love to participate. If you wonder why I do participate, maybe let me read you a post I have posted on Instagram and Facebook on my social media a while ago. Hold on, let me quickly get that post. The reasons why I participated, or why I am participating on the Stephen West Make Along, and the reasons are as follows. You get to attend a masterclass, and for me, this is the biggest thing. You could get to attend a masterclass at a fraction of the price. By paying a pattern fee, you get the amazing teacher, being Stephen West, providing you with a weekly pattern clue together with the best video tutorials. Secondly, it's a unique knitting experience. This is your opportunity to knit a one-of-a-kind shawl with bold stitches, unexpected directions, and vibrant color options. And I feel like unexpected directions are really a thing for Clue 3 of this year's Make Along. Number 3, community support. Access to an amazing community, all on the same trajectory of knitting the same pattern at the same time. These knitters, meaning all of you, are all encouraging, providing support and camaraderie through online forums, videos, and tutorials. I'm also hosting a WhatsApp community group. And then number 4, skills development. Opportunities to learn new techniques such as brioche, cables, I-cord, whatever knitting, and improve your knitting skills with step-by-step video tutorials. Number 5, creative expression. You get the freedom to choose your own yarn colors and experiment with different combinations, allowing you to express your creativity. Number 6, having fun. It's a surprise-filled journey with weekly clues, keeping you engaged and motivated throughout the knitting process. And number 7, you get a show-stopping result. A dazzling shawl that's sure to impress. You're feeling absolutely accomplished. And that I really felt the first time I participated, as you finished a master knitting piece while probably making friends along the way too. So those are my reasons for participating in the mystery knit along. Let me know what's your reasons. And yes, it's absolutely a joy. I know that there's a few people that said that they will join this session, and the idea was for us to see some of the progress. But while we wait for some of them to join, let me show you. I'm not going to show you my progress yet, but I want to show you my yarn, because that's where it all starts, right? Is to discuss your yarn choices. Rosemary says, hi, Eileen and all. I am not taking part in the Stephen West MKAL, but would love to just encourage you all. Oh, thanks, Rosemary. That is wonderful. Thank you for that. All right, so the yarn I am using currently, let me take them out, is these beauties. I wonder this blue is not really a true color on my screen. But I have to say the pink, the champagne color, this purple is truly, I'm trying to move it to the light so that you can see. It's truly very beautiful. So what do I have here? And then I have some extras, you know, mohair. All right, so the first one, wait, now I must remember what is what. Moon champagne, turquoise. Okay. So the pink, so first of all, the yarn I'm using is Silky Milky Moon. Astronomical Fibers. It's a yarn dyer from South Africa and Cape Town, and she is just lovely. This is a 70% superwash wool, a 20% silk, and a 10% cashmere yarn. It's a 4-ply soft silky sock. And there's a 400 meters on 100 gram of yarn. And this yarn was in my stash for such a long time. So I pulled yarn from my stash, which I'm so proud of myself. I didn't buy any yarn this year. I pulled yarn from my stash. I'm very proud of myself. And anywho, the pink yarn is called Pink Melted Moon Crayons. Love that. Then this color, the champagne color, is Moon Champagne. Then we've got the turquoise Silky Moon, which is this beautiful blue, but this looks much more bluish than, it's more turquoise. Turquoise always a problem on screen, right? And then Velvet Moon Crush is this beautiful purple. So I decided to have this as my A color, this is my B color, this is my C color, and that is my D color within the MKAL of the Musikal of Stephen West. And then I also included, yet again, from my stash, some mohair and some Suri alpaca. So let me show you that. All right, so this one is a kit silk from Cowgirl Blues called, the colorway is African Violet. So this is a lace weight, 70% kit mohair, 30% silk from Cowgirl Blues. It's truly a beautiful color. I wonder if I move the light a bit, if you can see it better. There we go. African Violet. It is gorgeous. Then I've got another purpley color from Cowgirl Blues, another kit silk, kit mohair, 30% silk, Girls Night. There's 205 meters on a 25 grams. These are 25 grams balls of yarn. Girls Night. Love it. Absolutely love it. Then I've got, what is this one? I've got the same type of yarn. The colorway is Say a Little Prayer. Also from Stash. That's pretty, right? And then I've got a Suri alpaca from Naughty Habit, which is 74% baby Suri alpaca, 20% mulberry silk. And this is how many meters? 300 meters for 50 grams. And this colorway, what is the color's name? Aquamarine. Aquamarine. This is the Suri alpaca. It's blowing out a bit, right? There we go. Love it. Absolutely love it. So these are the yarns from my stash that I'm using for the Mystery Knit Along. Hi, my square hat, Julmi. Julmi is a crocheter. She started with the MKAL also this year. I'm so excited. Julmi. Hello, Suzette. She says, hi. I'm also not an MKAL knitter, but I love to watch you all and see the masterpieces. Love your colors. Thank you so very much, Suzette. Rosemary says, I love your yarn, Janine, especially the blue color. Thank you. Suzette says, haha, great minds think alike. Busy with the sock knit. And guess what? Silky Milky Moon yarn in my all out of my stash net. Oh, that is super cool. Love the Cowgirls blue mohair, right? Those colors are just gorgeous. Ilse, hello Ilse. She says, hi all. Sorry I'm a bit late. No worries. You're on time. You're just in time. Rushed home from my son's cricket practice. Oh, that's so kind. I've not joined the MKAL as I'm a very beginner knitter, but I'm thinking of joining next year. You can do it, Ilse. So I'm just here to take a peek. Oh, you are so very welcome to take a peek. You are so very welcome. All right, my hands are feeling so dry. I don't have my, I have lotion. So let me put on lotion and then I'm going to show you my progress. So I have been doing really well with my shawl. There's no time limit to say that you have to complete clue 1 before a week, before clue 2 is dropping. There's no rules like that in this mystery knit along, which I absolutely love. You need to do you and your pace and whatever brings you joy. If that means the MKAL takes you 2 months or 3 months or, I don't know, 6 months, and it's making you having joy or you're finding joy in the process, then that is absolutely super great. Then there's some other people that really wants to do clue 1 and before clue 2 drops, they want to be finished with clue 1, right? And that is fine too. If that is what's bringing you joy, go for it all the way. So I always try to, when it's October month and Stephen West month, I try to not have any other projects. I try to focus only on the mystery knit along so that I can push as far as I can. This time around, I have to be very careful with my arm. I'm still struggling with a tennis elbow. So I'm trying to not overuse my arm a lot. But with all of that said, the first week that the clue came out, I was actually on holiday, going away with my sister. So I had ample time to knit and knit really very calmly, no haste, just enjoy the process. And I decided that for clue 1, so obviously if you're watching this, there's going to be spoilers, right? I've started with clue 3, so I'm going to show my shawl in a bit. And if you don't want to see that, then yeah, I will tell you when I'm showing my shawl, but you will see some stuff. So for clue 1, there's those 6 scallops that you need to knit. And each scallops contain a welt. It contains brioche. It contains eyelet knitting, I-cord knitting, and. And I look at the pattern. So what I normally do is when the pattern comes out, when the clue comes out, I immediately want to see what's the end product look like. Some of the people don't even want to look at the end of the video or the spoiler. This year, Stephen is bringing out spoiler together with a pattern, spoiler photos, which I love. So previously I was going to the back of the video tutorial on YouTube, and then I was like, oh my word, yes, this is gorgeous. And then I would start knitting and I would do my planning accordingly. Other people do not want to do that. And, you know, each to each own. You can do whatever brings you joy. So I saw that there's going to be 6 scallops, and I decided that I'm going to do 1 scallop per day. So that's how I planned my clue 1. For clue 2, there was the squiggles with some eyelets, rows. I think he called it eyelet rows, if I remember correctly. And I think there was 9 squiggle rows. So I was like, okay, I can push over the Saturday and the Sunday, like 2 squiggle rows, and then I can do like 1 squiggle and an eyelet row every day after work. That was my planning. So I was able to finish clue 1 and clue 2 before the next clue dropped. I have to say, if I was working full-time, I've been back at work now for a week now, clue 2 was really easy knitting, like really very meditative knitting. If I had to do clue 1 while I was working full-time, I don't think I would have been able to finish clue 1 in time. So yeah, it was just a happy coincidence that I was on leave. And so I was able to finish clue 1 before clue 2 dropped. All right, let's quickly see the comments. My Square Hat says, Ilse Milan, you should join. I'm learning as I go. And let me tell you, the video tutorials of Steven West is amazing. So if you want to up your game a little bit, you would think, you would look at the some of the photos of the shawls or the clues out there, and you would think, how are these people doing it? Like, I cannot do that. Let me tell you, you can do it. You can do it. And you're going to feel so accomplished when you've done so. And the video tutorials of Steven West are brilliant. So I just want to enhance the comment of My Square Hat to say to Ilse, you can do it. Stephanie Turner says, I'm participating this year. Yes. On which is going quite quickly. Oh, wow. I have to start working 15 minutes, so can't join via Zoom this morning. Oh, that's awesome, Stephanie. Seeking viewing video live for the great encouragement best group. Oh, that's awesome, Stephanie. Yeah, I have to say, we have a great WhatsApp community group. If you're wanting to join the support group, you can definitely send me a DM to my Instagram, and I will send you the link to our group for those watching. Linda Marie says, oops, my husband wants to go out for lunch. Have to go. Oh, no, Linda. Do you really need to eat? I don't think it's necessary. I'm just joking. Bye, Linda. We're going to miss you. All right. Hi, AJ.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good now. And what's up?
I'm busy working on my third clue.
Oh, wow. Awesomeness. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to know, I haven't shown my shawl at all. I've shown my yarn this far. But show us your yarn.
Sure. So my yarn is from Big Fox Yarns this year. So I kind of went with Easter egg or speckled egg color. So I've got this turquoise,
Oh, wow. Okay, yes.
and then I've got this
Oh,
purple.
good. Oh, my word. Like, almost like, this is also turquoise. There's my purple.
Yes.
I'm like,
Then
what
I
is
went
happening?
yellow.
Okay, no, I don't have that color. Okay, cool.
And pink.
Oh, so basically we've got the same thing except for mine is champagne here.
Okay, nice. Yes.
Turquoise color.
I
Ah,
love it.
the yarn.
Yeah, so I went with the four different colors. I wanted a very bright shawl, and I saw he didn't have any variegated in his kit. I decided to go for something super, super bright this time.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so how are you experiencing this one? Because you've done a few.
Yes, I've done a few. I finished only one, but this is the most on time I've ever been because I'm busy working on clue 3, and it is clue 3 weeks. So I'm very proud of that. So this year I know what the whole of clue 3 looks like. I
Mm-hmm.
did clue 1 and clue 2 without looking, but then my friend Janine, she sent me a message and she said, I think you should look at clue 3 so that you can plan your colors. So then I went and looked at clue 3, and I'm glad I did because I changed the color order.
I
Yeah.
saw in the group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you change your color order for clue 3?
I didn't like that it was making vertical stripes.
Okay.
Yeah. That wasn't my favorite. So I'm making diagonal stripes instead.
Okay. I want to know though, what are you feeling about the shawl this far?
I really liked clue 1 and clue 2, and I liked the like wavy and movement. And then with clue 3, I was like, ooh, I don't know how I feel about this very sharp change from like flowy to like angular, you know? But I'm
Yeah.
going with it, and I'm trusting Stephen, and I'm trusting the process. And as I knit it more, I like fall more in love with it, which I think is how these mystery things happen.
Yeah.
That's why I think people are like, oh, I'll wait till the end and then see if I like it. I think it's almost like part you grow a love for it as you make it. Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think. Okay. So, what was your favorite clue this far? You said clue 1.
No, clue 2. Clue 2 is my favorite clue.
Okay, cool. Clue 2. I really loved clue 1, but I made so many mistakes with clue 1. I was on holiday and I was not concentrating. And my sister was like, is this normal while you're knitting to say like, oh shit, I made a mistake. Oh shit. I hear I'm like, oh shit, I need to think back. I was just like, is this normal? I'm like, no, but she's like, can't understand why I'm doing this to myself. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was
Um,
quite you had to pay attention a lot. So
yes,
if you got
yeah,
distracted, so I think I ended up knitting about I ended up knitting through one at least 1.5 times with all the frogging that I did and
yeah,
re-knitting and everything. But yeah.
exactly. Okay, but you have to show us your shawl. Okay, so
Yes,
spoiler alert, there's going to be a shawl shown just now.
yes, all the way up to Q3, so big spoiler alert. So here's my clue one.
Oh, I love the colors. Oh,
There's my clue two,
I
which
love
I
it.
love. I think it's so. I thought this was so interesting how it like gets longer on this
Yes.
side and wider, and on this side it
Yeah.
stays. And I went and watched the video, and I was like, mine is all bunched up. And then he
Yeah.
said, no, don't worry, if it's bunched up, it'll block out. Okay,
Yes.
and here is my clue three.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. It's
So you see
beautiful.
his had like if my yellow is my color C, which it
Yeah.
is, then this one would be yellow, this one would kind of go up
Yes.
like that. So I've
Yes.
changed it to kind of alternate the colors like this, and now the stripes go that way.
Okay. I love it. It's
Thank
beautiful.
you.
How do
Thank
you
you
feel about the ends that you have to
to
the
weave in.
round ends in that clue?
I'm not I don't love weaving in ends, but I don't hate it either. I view it very much part of the process, so it
Yeah.
doesn't bother me. But I am doing the weave and Steven method.
Okay.
I don't know if you
Yes.
can see there.
Yeah.
And let's see if I can find another one to show here. Um, and I saw a lot of people saying they were worried about it coming out. I've done the Weave and Steven method if with all of his shawls pretty much, the vertices unite, this one, all of it. It's never come out for me. I just give it a little bit of a tug and then like a stretch, and then when I block it, I make sure to only trim it when I block it, which also helps.
Yeah.
I like let it all relax. So you can see all my ends are still here, they're still
Yeah.
attached. And then
Yes.
when I block it, I snip them and I've never had them come out. So if anyone's worried
Me
about
neither.
that.
I also don't have problems with them.
Yeah.
But I have a few pointers, but we're gonna get back to that. So okay, let's quickly look at the comments. Janine says, hi Janine. She says, hi everyone. I've only just moved on to scallop fourth clue one. There's no haste. Because I've just had about zero time to knit. Too much going on. I think it's so relatable, honestly. Suzette says, hi AJ. I love your bright yarn colors.
Thank you.
Jean is waving, laugh laugh out loud to AJ, and she's waving to you. Janine says, "Oh, it's very normal to swear a lot during Westnet make-alongs." Yeah. My sister is like, "I thought you were doing this very well. I thought you're good at this, and you are just like swearing all the time." I'm like, "I promise you, I know what I'm doing. I just don't know what's happening."
Like, did you choose this? I thought you chose this.
Yeah, she's like, are you finding this enjoyable? Is this really what you need to be doing? Because it's just like I'm hearing this word every second, like I don't know, hour or something. It was so funny. um, Stephanie says, laugh out loud. Is this normal? At times, yes. Exactly, Stephanie. Exactly. Rosemary says, oh, I love your bright yellow in clue 3. I do too. Your shawl is going to be beautiful. Thank you,
Thank you.
Rosemary.
Thank you so much.
Suzette says, the weave and Steven works wonderful. I use it in all my scrap yarn projects.
Yes.
Yes. Julmi says, I'm only on scallop 6 of clue 1, going super slow, but enjoying the process. I have to say that I think somebody like Julmi, she would find this so enjoyable because she's learning all these amazing techniques. Am I right, Julmi? And I love that you're on scallop 6. Janine says, it's a case of, it will be fine. I just have to swear and be dramatic first. I've got a pin like that on one of my jackets. Like, I will be fine, but I need to be dramatic first. I've got a pin like that on my jacket, actually. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show you mine.
Please, I'm so excited.
Okie dokie. So again, spoiler alert, beep, beep, spoiler alert. Where do I need to like keep it? Wait, I need to be, oh, there we go.
Oh, I like your colors all together. They're beautiful.
Thank you. All right, so you can see there's like gaps and stuff. We're gonna run with it. This gap, I can either go afterwards and like stitch it better. We are just gonna be very easy about this whole experience and not freak out. I think though that this is going to be the length. When we are done with clue 3, I think that this is the length of the shawl, like the big length. That's the idea I
Oh
have.
yeah, like yes, like the wingspan.
The wingspan, yes, that's the word I've been looking for. And I think we're going to do like something dramatic for a border.
I
But
think so
anyway,
too.
um, that is my waves. So what I've done for my waves was I've got, you now missed that session. I've got 4 different mohairs and 1 Surrey alpaca, which there's 8 eyelet rows within the waves. And so I started with this African violet here, 2 rows of
Wow.
that. Then say a little prayer mohair over here. And then the girl's night from Cowgirl Blues here, these 2 rows. And then the Surrey alpaca aquamarine in these 2 rows.
I like that.
Oh, thanks. In terms of the color placement here, I'm doing as per the pattern.
Okay.
What I saw is that some people say that the first stitch that you're picking up, because every block is connected to the previous block, there's 12 rows, I think.
Yeah.
And you pick up the I-cord side. People are complaining when they do the first color of the next color, the first stitch to pick it up here, that stitch is so small, they're struggling to
Oh,
pick
if you
up
pull too
this.
tight on the weave and Steven, I heard
Yes.
that.
So I stopped because I also found that, and then I stopped with the weaving Steven, and then it
Okay.
became easier for me. So there's a lot of ends, as you can see. But I
Yes.
also think like with oh my goodness, the scallops, the ends, the amount of ends on the scallops was also like next level. And I didn't see the tip of try to put your ends into the welt,
Oh, yeah.
meaning this, right? And I was like, you see, I was now on holiday looking at the animals, not caring about a thing about the internet, and I didn't read that. I was so furious. I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I missed out. So there was a lot of ends to weaving, but that didn't really bother me this time around. I really liked
Yeah.
it. So I think I'm going to be the same, hopefully. My attitude would be the same for all of these ends. Um,
I found that so long as I didn't tug on my weave and Steven, it didn't leave a small stitch.
yeah.
So if I tugged, it did make it too small. But when I just left it and tugged after I joined,
Yes,
then it
that makes
gave me
sense.
that
Maybe I must do
that
that.
didn't then I didn't have that problem anymore.
But these strips, so you basically start and you knit that one triangular. Then you start with this, you pick up stitches here, and you start with this, what does it call it? It calls this triangle, and then the first strip. Then you do this triangle. Then you pick up the stitches for the third strip, knit this one, and then the last triangle, and so forth, right? What I can tell you, sorry, I just want to put that thingy away. This knitting is very meditative. It's all the same, you're just changing colors.
Yes.
It's a 2-row repeat, and it is so easy. I found this to be really meditative. I really love this clue. Do you feel the same?
I do. I enjoy that it's like a little bit of a break because I did find clue one a little bit a lot. So I
Yeah,
am enjoying just being able to sit and watch my show and work on this. Or I
exactly.
don't think if we'd had a Zoom call during the first clue, I don't think I would have been able to talk
No,
and knit.
no, not at all. Um, Okay, wait, Julby says very much. So I had the, what do you call it? I was correct with what Julby says in terms of her having this challenge and that she will enjoy that. I'm happy that that is the case, Julby. Stephanie says, Yaline, you always pick the most beautiful colors. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you so very much. Rosemary says, oh, that is so pretty, Yaline. I said, I love that blue and it's doing your shawl justice. I have to say that the blue is, I'm also in love with the blue. Really, really, really. Janine says, the amount of ends on the scallops is diabolical. I was like, am I ever going to be finished weaving or getting done with the ends? That's how I felt. But it went quicker than I anticipated. So it was not that bad. Suzette says, spoiler alert, wow, amazing clue 3 is a line. A lapis combage. Yeah, I almost give you the, oh, mama. She's so pretty. Yeah,
Thank you.
was giving you that idea of a lapis combage. I even think when you're going to do like multiple colors, like almost do like a scrappy version, you can use, and that's the one thing that I always say about these Stephen West mystery knit-alongs, you can really get away with doing scrappy versions, like have multiple colors. Use all your scraps. Because can you just imagine all these different colors? Yeah, and not being so specifically placed, if I can say it like that. It would look absolutely gorgeous. Janine says, I haven't even touched them yet, and I am not keen. Working away her ends. Oh, that is so funny. Yeah, so what do you think is going to be happening for clue 4?
So I think if you look at the join here, I
Yeah.
wonder if he's gonna do something around all the way around.
Yeah, because
Because
this is not a clean cut join.
it's not a clean join. It's not
Yeah.
clean. And when you look at the second section of clue 3 as well, there's
Yeah.
also, it's bumpy. It's a
Okay.
bit detached. So I'm wondering if he's going to somehow do something creative all the way around. And he did, apparently, I was told he said that he was also going to do an extra bitty, was if you want to do more of your yarn.
Yeah.
So
So it's like having an additional should you want to.
yeah.
I love a good big yarn, like a good yarn, a shawl. I love a big shawl. So if I use enough, I'm going to use my yarn.
I wish I had done the extra knitting last year. Like that's also why this year I'm trying to stay on track so that I can get that because I only finished my mystery shawl in December last year, which isn't too bad. But then by the time, I mean, I'd been looking at it for 2 months, so then I didn't want to then look at it longer and do it longer again. Although I did buy the Naughty Kitties pack so I can copy your shawl from last year. I want to make another one. So I actually yes, now exactly. I want to make my own one. So I went and bought a special ordered a pack from Naughty Have It, and I've got a navy blue yarn to go with it, or like a dark deep blue. And I want to do it and then I'll do the extra. Oh, it's so lovely. But yeah, I wish I'd done that wavy bit at the bottom. I stopped with the triangles on mine. And so this year I'm prepared to do the extra.
Yeah, this waves at the end was worth it, really.
And it adds so much more depth.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I'm prepared this year to do more knitting.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
What size needle do you use, Yaline? Do you use a 3.5?
Yes. I use the recommended size. 3 point. What is the size that
I think it's 3.5. I'm using 3.5 because he said that in the pattern.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, the pattern one.
Okay.
I can't see, but I'm using what I've always done 3.5.
Yeah.
All these shawls. So yeah, that's what I'm using to knit. So I'm having this on, so like you can see, I'm having actually my needles that I'm currently working on, because the moment you're done with the last triangle on the strip, you don't have any, you have needles on a stitch marker, stitch on a, 4 stitches on a stitch marker.
Yes.
And then you start knitting again. So I have like a 50 centimeter cable with my needles just to do the back and forth, because I think it's between 13 and 14 stitches that you work at a time.
Yes.
And it's, yeah, I love it. I really love this section. And it's, like I said, very meditative.
Yeah.
Janine says, I'm honestly so glad I picked a variegated yarn for mine. I'm excited to use them in bigger sections. To be honest with you, even my pink, right? You can see it's not a solid colorway. It's got some bits of like gray purple. It's really a beautiful.
Sorry, I missed because my computer was giving issues. I missed who your yarn is from.
Silky Milky Moon.
Okay.
There you can see it. It's much.
Yes, I see the variegation.
This is my blue. This is a. Yo, it's a turquoise. It's not shown. Turquoise is difficult to show on a screen. This is the purple. This is wool, cashmere, and silk.
Wow, lovely. It must be so soft.
It is so luxurious. And this is a champagne color.
They're all beautiful.
It's
by Lynn. It's well done, Lynn. They're gorgeous.
Yeah, thanks. You know, I really am very happy with this yarn, and the colors are just so beautiful. And I used yarn from my stash.
Well done.
So I didn't buy any yarn. I used them from my stash, and I'm using 3 moes from Cargill Blues and then 1 Surrey alpaca from Naughty Habit.
I saw I don't remember who it is on the group, I'm sorry, but someone's doing like a fade of grays, and then they use different color mohairs in their eyelets as well, and that looked very nice.
Yeah,
but I don't
can you just imagine? Yeah, it's
it
beautiful.
looks so pretty.
But I have to say, it's Tanya that's doing the one color. She's doing an
Yes.
uncut version. And
Yes.
last year I want to do it this year, and I didn't do it this year. I'm going to do it next year. Somebody needs to remind me, please.
Okay, we'll remind you next year.
I'm calling on all of you to assist me, but yeah, I want to do an undyed version next year, really, and maybe then play around with mohair, different types of mohairs, like different colors.
Yes, that's clever. Yes,
that's my plan. But I love that because you really get to see the yarn stitch definition type of thing really get being shown off, if I can say it like that. Yes. Yeah, I love that. All right. Zette says, I love the October box using scrappy yarn idea. Yes, exactly. Janine says 3.5 millimeters is always my preferred size for it. Yes, it's light variegation. Yes, exactly. Janine says it's kind of funny. Lynette is knitting with a kit I dyed for her this year. Lynette is one of the most amazing yarn people in our community. If you don't know, I'm telling you, she is really amazing. She is so supportive. Even with her being a yarn dyer, she supports everyone. She's really a magnificent person. I really love her to bits. So yeah, it's such an honor to be able to knit with her yarn. It feels really like super special to me, in fact, to be able to knit this with her yarn. Really, I have to say that. All right, so AJ,
making a beautiful shawl.
Oh, thanks. Yours is going to be so pretty.
It's going to be bright.
I love that. You know, I love bright colors. Okay, so AJ, what tips, if you can break it down for clue 1, clue 2, and clue 3 thus far? We haven't completed clue 3. There's another section that we need to knit in clue 3 as well. But what tips would you give somebody that's just now going to start with clue 1 in terms of, you know, making easier decisions, working away ends? I don't know, whatever you have, tips that you would like to give somebody.
So for clue 1, when I originally started, I had these welts in pink. And then I ripped it out and I started again because I didn't like it. And so my first tip is, if you don't like something at the beginning, trust your gut, because it is a mystery and we don't always know where things are going. So if there's a part of you that goes, well, I don't like this. You don't want to be sitting and looking at that for a long time. It's better to rip a little bit of knitting than to knit a whole shawl and then you don't like it. I always, rather like it's wasted knitting maybe, but it's not because at least that way you learn something from it. So my first tip is trust your gut when you do it because otherwise you might late. And once I spoke a lot to Katrina about it, and I was like, I don't know, but I really want to do it. And I was only halfway through the scallop, and I didn't know where it was going, so I didn't know there was going to be 6 scallops, and I'm so glad I did that. My second tip is if you're going to be working on a 3.5 millimeter needle, don't hold your mohair with your sock weight yarn because it's really difficult to have such a thick yarn. I did it here and it was very hard. I don't even know if you can see. I don't know if you can see the difference between that one and that
Oh,
one. That
yes.
one,
Oh, yes, I can see.
yes. And that was hard. I think he's a very loose knitter. If you watch the
Yeah.
videos, he's a
Yes.
very loose knitter. So I did it and then I was like, oh, this is hard work. It like was fighting with my hands. So yeah, maybe if you're going to do that, maybe do it with a slightly bigger needle, or maybe if you're a loose knitter, it will be fine. But besides that, I'd say just enjoy the process and embrace it, and don't rush it for yourself because you want to get to the next. But just let it sit with you for a while, and then you grow to love it more because it really is. It Yes, it's about having a shawl, but it's far more about the learning experience
Yes.
than it is about the
Yeah.
shawl. Because you can go pick any shawl pattern, and he's got hundreds of shawl patterns,
Yeah.
and you can go pick any of them that you know from sight. This is more about sitting and learning and processing and all of that, and it's just an experience you only really get once a year. So enjoy that
That's true.
experience.
Yeah. No, I agree with you fully. I
Yeah.
have to say that sometimes people think that when you knit with lace weight yarn, you need like very small needles. And initially, when you start to knit, like when you're doing these sections, for instance, I would.
Oh,
Okay,
what happened?
you don't want to know. You really don't want to know. The coffee is on my shawl.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is just a mess. Okay, it's fine. Everything will be fine. Note to self, don't keep your coffee next to your things. Okay, let me just quickly do damage control.
Yeah, is your computer safe?
My computer is on a stand. I'm
Okay.
more worried about my shawl. What do you mean?
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything will be fine. I'm telling that
Oh
to
no.
myself now. Okay, anyway. Drama on the live. Oh my goodness. What was I? Oh, I wanted to say that. Okay, I cannot show you my shawl anymore. Okay, it's like
No,
there's chaos in the room.
it's gonna need a wash.
I'll have to do it on waist yarn and just. Oh well, it's gonna do early blocking now. Let me tell you.
Semi-blocking.
Unexpected turn of events. Blocking before you finish clue 3. Okay, cool. What did I want to say? I
What
wanted
was
to.
I saying about just go with what happens and just everything's a learning experience. Even if you just
Yes.
learn, don't keep
Oh
your
my
coffee by
word.
your shawl.
Oh joy.
I must move my shawl while I drink my tea. There we go. I just learned.
Please go away. Um. So what I wanted to say was it feels very weird in the beginning if you're not used to it to just work with one strand of lace mohair to do an eyelet. And he gives you the option you can do a mohair together with fingering, but I would highly recommend that you try doing it only with a mohair because it actually makes a very nice effect. And it feels maybe difficult in the beginning or strange to have this big needle knitting with lace weight, but you can do it. And
All
it's
the
worth.
fluff fills up that space.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So the moment it's blocked, which we will probably know by tomorrow, it's like it it sits out, people. Okay. Janine says she's a sweetheart. She's talking about Lynette. Yes, she's definitely. It's definitely a bright one for you, AJ, but it's great. She's talking about your color choices.
Yes.
Stephen is a very loose knitter for sure. Janine is, oh no! Okay, so we have a delay in from the Zoom to the live. So they are experiencing the stuff now. It happens, you know. Things like this happen all the time. It's fine. We'll be fine.
How many of these shawls have you done, Yelene?
5. This is my 5th one.
Your 5th one. And do you still feel like you learned things?
Yes. The scallops was very humbling to me.
Okay. Glad it's not just me.
No, it's always a challenge. I have to say it's always a challenge, yeah. Color placement. It's always nice to be, you don't necessarily do when he says color A, color B, like you've done now with glue 3. You don't need to do that. You can still use your own creative mind and do things accordingly to how you would like to do things. That's the one thing that I like. And then also, yeah, you always learn how to construct something. Picking up stitches here, picking up stitches there. The next moment you increase here, decrease there, and boom, bam, you've got a wave, you know?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's really amazing. I really, really love to participate. What do you love to participate? Why do you participate in the MKAL?
Mostly the community and just knowing that you're knitting along with so many people is very, very important to me. You know, it's kind of, it's one of those events where most of the time when we knit, we sit by ourselves and we just, you know, yes, we have our knitting groups and we maybe see each other for an hour and a month here or there, but most of the time when we're knitting by ourselves. And when we knit on this, we know there are thousands of people, tens of thousands of people knitting this around the world with you. You're not the only one swearing at your yarn. You're not the only one who's like, oh, I don't know about this. You're not the only, you know, and it's kind of that community really, you really feel that I'm not alone, you know, is a very big thing. And then I think the other thing for me is learning to let go of control because you don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I agree with you. I like that I get to learn new things. I always say this is a masterclass.
Agreed.
For very little money. And I love the community aspect of it. I love that we are getting to increase our skills. And then you end up with a marvelous shawl, which if you are going to wear it, people will stop you in the street.
Yes.
You will have fellow people like, this knitting. Did your grandmother knit this? Did you buy this somewhere? And also, I've never ever forgotten when I finished my shawlography, my first MKAL. That feeling of accomplishment was just, there's nothing that can come to it.
I remember watching your podcast back then, and you said you no longer felt like a beginner knitter.
Yeah.
It was the thing that it really helped your confidence.
It really elevated my level. It really it elevated my self-confidence. I didn't feel like a beginner anymore. I felt like, okay, I'm now not a beginner. I can do this. Bring it on. What's next? Yeah. So, and also, he loves to say things like, you know, don't sweat it, take it slow. You don't have enough stitches, make one. Oh, you have too much stitches, decrease one. He's a very forgiving knitter. That is the mantra, if I can say it like that I live by with regards to my knitting and my crochet, my craft. Not to be too critical and to be so pedantic about it and to enjoy the process. And that's one of the things that really attracted me to his style of doing his knitting, if I can say it like that. Yeah, I love that. I really, really do. Julie says this WhatsApp community is amazing. I love the community too, honestly. The amount of support on the group is just amazing. And people will say, you guys, I like, for instance, Tanya, having to do the one section, this section, which if she's going to knit it with the one color, it's going to be just, there's no going to be depth, if I can say it like that. And she asked us, what do you guys think? And everybody pitched in with some ideas. And it's just amazing that we can support each other in that way, you know, giving ideas. Yeah, that's really, really awesome. And Jilmy, I'm happy that you are so happy. Janine says, still learning stuff and always a challenge, even if it's counting or knitting without distraction. That is so true. Yeah, it's really fun. Hello, who is Bayit? You're very welcome. Yeah, so that is the story for today, I think.
Yeah.
Any last thoughts, AJ?
I'm just amazed by Stephen's mind. As I was doing Clue 2 and that whole thing where you've got to do the knit one, make one, and then you're decreasing. And I was like, how did he do this maths? Like, how do you know it's going to work? It's amazing to me.
Do you know what's really interesting to me? Okay, so I'm going to try to pick up my shawl.
Your coffee shawl.
This is going to be very interesting, Joy. You know what's interesting to me is that the color placement of these blocks.
Yes, that they go with the scallops.
Yeah, like
yes.
There's the purple, there's the blue, there's the pink, and I'm like,
I think
does he work it out mathematically before the time?
I think he's a magician. I honestly think he's a magician because I just don't know how else he does it. I don't know. And then he makes it so approachable for everyone else because it doesn't matter what level you are, still learn things.
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
I was like, because I'm picking up the stitches and I'm like, oh my word, it's this next 8 stitches on the scallop is matching my color, which I'm currently using as per his pattern, right? So I'm using the colors as what he's saying. So I'm like, oh my word, it's matching. Did he like anticipate this? Like, did he do this intentionally? Is it just luck?
Yeah. We'll never know.
This is amazing.
A mystery.
The mystery. I would love to know that. I would love to know his process. Like, yes, do you sketch it out? Now, how do you work this out? The stitches amounts and the next section clues. How does the math add up? Like, how do you do it? Like, and then do you then write your pattern? And like do test knitting, sample keys, you know, little samples. I would love to know his process of how he, what's his process of design?
It really is amazing to me.
It's marvelous. I love it. He's really brilliant. All right, we're gonna start to say goodbye. Thank you so very much, AJ, that you joined me.
Yes,
we will have another session next week. I moved ours because we were having unexpected visitors, which was absolutely great. But it will shoot. I think it will be maybe a little bit earlier next week, either maybe on Saturday even. But we will talk on the WhatsApp community group and see how everybody's like, how it will fit in with your schedules too, so that we can have more people on the Zoom as well.
Perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, AJ, thank you for visiting us today.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your Clue 3.
Thank you. See you next week.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Julmi says goodbye. See you next week. Yes, thank you so much for joining us and for having all your beautiful comments and supporting us and encouraging us, even if you are not actually participating in the Mystery Knit Along yourselves. And yeah, if you're watching this and you would like to join the WhatsApp community, you can send me a WhatsApp, or not a WhatsApp. You will not have my number. Send me a direct message on Instagram or on Facebook on my social media, Made by Janine, and then I will send you the link to the group. And yeah, I'm so happy that we are having fun and another year of just super amazing support and community members. That's just wonderful. Stephanie says, thank you. Ilse says, thank you, AJ and Aline. I enjoyed listening and seeing your shawls. Oh, you're all very welcome. Then we'll see each other next week. Much love. Enjoy your week. Happy knitting. Bye,
Bye.
everyone. Bye, AJ.
Bye.